If you love growing houseplants, you've probably seen videos claiming that banana peels are a simple trick for growing healthier peace lilies. Some people chop them up and bury them in the soil. Others soak them in water to make a homemade plant feed. Some even call banana peels a free fertilizer that's just as good as the ones you buy at the garden store. It sounds like the perfect gardening hack. Instead of throwing banana peels in the trash, you give them a second life by feeding your plants. It's inexpensive, eco-friendly, and incredibly easy to do. That's exactly why this tip has become so popular online. But here's the interesting part. Not everyone gets the same results. Some gardeners say their peace lilies grow lush green leaves and look healthier than ever. Others notice something completely different. The soil starts to smell. Mold appears on the surface. Tiny flies or ants show up around the pot. In some cases, the leaves even begin to turn yellow. And the plant stops growing as well as before. So what happened? If everyone is using the same banana peels, why do the results vary so much? The answer comes down to one important detail that many short videos never explain. Simply placing banana peels in the soil doesn't mean your peace lily can use those nutrients right away. Before the plant can benefit, the banana peel has to break down first. That natural decomposition process takes time. And whether it helps or harms your plant depends on how it's done. Before we look at the mistakes many people make, let's first understand why banana peels became so popular among gardeners in the first place. The idea actually makes sense. Banana peels contain potassium, along with small amounts of magnesium, phosphorus, and several other minerals that plants need to grow. Potassium is especially important because it helps plants regulate water, supports stronger growth, and plays a role in healthy flower production when all the other growing conditions are right. That's why many people assume that adding more banana peels will automatically make their peace lily bloom faster. It sounds reasonable. But this is also where one of the biggest misunderstandings begins. Banana peels are not a complete fertilizer. While they do contain some valuable nutrients, they don't provide everything a peace lily needs for healthy, long-term growth. If banana peels are the only source of nutrients, the plant can still become deficient over time. There's another detail that's even more important. The nutrients inside a banana peel don't immediately move into the soil where the roots can absorb them. First, the peel has to be broken down by microorganisms. Depending on temperature, moisture, airflow, and the type of potting mix you're using, that process may take days or even weeks. That's why some people see almost no difference after trying this method, while others begin noticing problems surprisingly quickly. At this point, you might be wondering, if banana peels really contain useful nutrients, why do so many people end up damaging their peace lilies instead of helping them? Is the problem the banana peel itself? Or is it the way most people are using it? That's exactly what we'll uncover in the next part. Because one very common mistake, copied by thousands of people from social media videos, is often the real reason why so many peace lilies become weaker instead of healthier. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake people make. If you've searched for gardening tips online, you've probably seen videos showing people chopping up banana peels and burying them directly in the pot. It's quick, simple, and seems to make perfect sense. The idea is that the peels will slowly break down in the soil, releasing nutrients that the plant can absorb over time. But there's one problem. That process is much slower than most people realize. For peace lilies grown indoors, where there's less sunlight and limited airflow, banana peels can take quite a while to decompose. During that time, they hold extra moisture in the soil and create conditions that mold and fungi love. If you've ever noticed a white fuzzy layer on top of the soil or a slightly sour smell coming from the pot, that's usually not a sign that your plant is getting healthier. It's simply the natural decomposition process happening beneath the surface. And that's not the only issue. As banana peels break down, they can also attract fungus gnats, ants, and other small insects. If your plants are outside, this may not seem like a big deal. But for a peace lily sitting in your living room, bedroom, or office, it's definitely something most people would rather avoid. The bigger concern, however, is hidden below the soil. Peace lilies have fairly delicate root systems. Their roots grow best in a loose, well-aerated potting mix where oxygen can easily reach them. When too much organic material is buried in the pot, the soil can stay wet longer than it should. Over time, less air reaches the roots, making it harder for them to stay healthy. At first, you may not notice anything unusual. But after a few weeks, the plant may begin to grow more slowly. The leaves can lose their firmness. Older leaves may start turning yellow. And flowering often becomes less frequent. There's another mistake that's just as common. Many people believe that if a little is good, then more must be even better. So instead of adding one small piece of banana peel, they bury 2 or 3 whole peels in a small pot, hoping their peace lily will grow faster. Unfortunately, plants don't work that way. Adding excessive organic matter doesn't mean the roots receive nutrients more quickly. Instead, it can upset the balance inside the pot, increase moisture, and make conditions less favorable for healthy root growth. That's why one gardener may swear by banana peels while another says they caused nothing but problems. In reality, banana peels aren't simply good or bad. The results depend largely on how they're used and on the growing conditions of each individual plant. So what's the better approach? If you'd still like to make use of banana peels, drying them first is a much safer option. Once they're completely dry, you can crush them into small pieces or grind them into a powder and use only a small amount by mixing it into the top layer of the potting mix. Because the material is dry, it usually produces less odor and breaks down more gradually. Some gardeners also make banana peel water by soaking the peels before using the liquid on their plants. If you choose this method, strain out all the solid pieces first and remember that this should only be considered a small organic supplement, not a replacement for a balanced fertilizer. Most importantly, don't overdo it. More isn't always better. One thing that's often forgotten is that fertilizer alone doesn't determine whether a peace lily thrives. Even the best fertilizer can't fix poor growing conditions. If the plant sits in a dark corner all day, if the roots stay constantly wet, or if the potting mix has become compacted after years without being replaced, adding more nutrients won't solve the real problem. Healthy peace lilies usually start with the basics. Bright, indirect light, watering only when the top layer of soil begins to dry, a loose, well-draining potting mix, and healthy roots with plenty of airflow. When those conditions are right, the plant can absorb nutrients much more efficiently and grow naturally. So, are banana peels useless? Not at all. When used properly and in moderation, they can be a helpful organic supplement. But they're not a magic solution that will suddenly make your peace lily bloom overnight. Good plant care has always been about balance, not shortcuts. Now we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried using banana peels on your peace lily or any other houseplant? Did you see good results? Or did you run into problems? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else avoid a common mistake. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, And join us for more simple, practical plant care tips in future videos.